Hello you guys, it's Zoe. I'm 23 and I live in the New York City area, and this week I'm going to be doing my first ever triathlon.
Back in May, I set off on a mission to do my first ever triathlon. This was a challenge that I have wanted to try and do for such a long time, so I bought myself a bike and started the training. I have certainly had my fair share of ups and downs through this journey, which we will definitely see in this video, particularly with balancing training with the typical 9 to 5 in corporate America. Hopefully this video can shed some light on how I got it all done and help you if you are thinking about doing your first triathlon. I hope you enjoyed the video.
Welcome to another week in my life. I have just finished off my vlog from last week where I went to the Hamptons and hung out with friends and was doing like my last full week of triathlon training. But this week, my triathlon is literally on Sunday. It is Monday today, and so we have a lot to do this week. So because I was in the Hamptons over the weekend, I kind of had to bump out a little bit of my training. So normally I do a brick workout on Sundays, but I didn't get around to doing that yesterday, so we have to do that today. I did buy a tri-suit that I'm going to be trying out. Here is the tri-suit. I will obviously be trying it on later for you guys, but it is from 2XU. It is just their women's arrow-sleeved tri-suit, and I did try it on for the first time yesterday. It was a little bit tight to get on. Also, I thought that it would have like a built-in bra to it, and it doesn't, so I'm a little bit like unsure whether I want to wear one or not. We shall see. The legs are like nice and sticky, and I believe it has pockets somewhere. Here, yeah, on the side there are some little pockets. I have prepared for this, but I am going in a little bit blind as to the best way to like fuel, if I even need to like fuel. And like obviously you do, but I don't know if I need to be like doing stuff during the triathlon. I do plan to like bring a little like of these little gummy like fruit strip things that I tend to eat, and maybe just like, yeah, like candies, and I'll just like eat those like if I feel the need to, and we're just gonna see how it goes. Anyway, I have to go back to work because it is actually the middle of the day, and it's my lunch break right now. So I've just like meal prepped as well for the whole week, because Mondays are my work from home days usually, and then the rest I go into the office usually 3 days a week. So I just meal prepped all of my food while I made my lunch today, which honestly in my head feels like it saves time, because it's like, well, I'm gonna be cooking myself a meal anyway, so I may as well make all the meals. Anyway, I'm gonna stop blabbering and I'm gonna go to work. I've just finished with work for the day, and I'm not gonna lie, I am not feeling my best at all. I'm kind of feeling a little bit under the weather. My throat is like kind of hurting, and like I'm just a little bit like, oh gosh, am I sick? Like I don't have time to be sick. And I'm like debating if I want to do this brick workout, because I don't want to like push myself, I guess, if I am getting sick. But if I'm just like being a baby, then like I do want to go. I'm like, it's such a fine line, like where discipline versus like being realistic comes into play with like stuff like this. And I think I'm gonna go and just like see how I feel once I get going, because the worst comes to worst, I can always cut it short. I'm gonna get ready, and then we're gonna hope that this feels okay and that this goes okay. Okay, I have just gotten all ready. I'm in my fun little tri-suit. It's not the most flattering look I've ever had, but I do feel very cool and very legit. I have the back pockets filled, so right now in this pocket I've just got my like car keys and my license and like all of that kind of stuff, and then I have some fruit pastels and some fruit strips in that pocket. And wow, they're definitely not the most flattering of outfits in the world. I also bought their socks, so I'm also trying out these like cushioned socks. In addition, while I've been riding my bike, I have been using a different pair of shoes than I have been to run in, and I think for simulating the actual race sake, I'm gonna wear like my running shoes during my bike ride, and I really don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference. I just feel like it's probably something that I should try doing beforehand, just to make sure that it's all okay and that I don't need to wear the other shoes for some reason or another, because I feel like the only thing with these shoes is they're a lot more like like they're just poofier on the bottom. I don't know what the right word is. Like they're just like bigger. Like I feel like I'm taller in them. And I think they're also a little bit wider. So I definitely want to just like make sure that everything feels fine wearing those. And yeah, we're gonna try to do 75 minutes today, which should actually wind up being longer than what I'm gonna be doing in the actual try, but yeah. We're gonna do 75 minutes on the bike and then a 10-minute run is the plan. We'll see if I'm feeling good and actually manage to do that.
Currently on the bike ride. Once I got going, I felt a lot better about it and I'm like doing fine. I literally have like 20 minutes left just to cool down and then the run to do. And I'm liking the suit. I feel like there's a little bit of itchiness like on the legs, but doing okay. I was also like kind of attacked by a bee earlier while I was waiting for the traffic light, and I probably looked like the stupidest person in the world because I was like backing up on my bike, like trying to run away while I was on my bike from this wasp. And I, like eventually when the light turned green, I've never shot away so quickly in my life. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this up and we're feeling good. My watch died at the end of that and like all of my motivation to keep going disappeared. I think I had like 10 minutes left, so I just called it quits and I'm gonna go do my run and track it on my phone. So annoying. Okay, I just did the run part and I recorded it on my phone. My phone said I just did like an 8.5 minute mile, which is insane. Even for me just running 1 mile, I don't believe it. I think it's off. Or my Apple Watch is off when it tells me how quickly I actually run. Something's wrong because that is just absolutely mental. But glad that's over with. Time to go home.
I have just gotten back from my brick workout and honestly, I'm so glad that I went. I feel like a million times better having gone and done that. Like, I mean, I'm still feeling a little bit like under the weather and like my nose is kind of running the whole time, which is not a good sign, but it still felt good enough that I'm like, okay, I feel like everything is gonna be fine. Even if I am sick, I don't think, knock on wood, that it's gonna be anything too crazy. So very glad that I went to do that. Now I'm very hungry, so it's dinner time. Good morning, you guys. It is Thursday morning and I've just gotten ready. It was kind of nice. I usually work out before I go to work, and it's a good thing that I didn't have to today because I completely slept through like most of my alarms. My plan was to do like a little bit of yoga this morning, and I honestly just like wasn't in enough of a mood or motivated enough to turn on the TV and like do one with a video. So I just did some by myself and I just kind of, it was nice. I just like felt like what I needed in my body and I just did like some very chilled yoga and stretching and it felt really good. And now I have to go to work for the day. Today should be an interesting day at work because I think we have like a vendor coming and doing like an innovation day thing. So I did it last year and it was really fun and had a good time. So I'm hoping that it'll be a good time this year too. I think they have like a reception after the workday as well, which we'll see if we wind up going to, but hopefully it will be a good day. I also feel very productive this morning because I just canceled my internet because I keep on mentioning it, but I'm moving as well. Technically I get the key this weekend, but don't move in until the following weekend. So very exciting stuff happening. I've just been trying to do all of the like utilities and stuff. And I'm very excited that things are finally starting to move. Like, I just feel like this month is gonna be so fun. Anyway, I'm ranting and I need to go to work. Goodbye. Hello, you guys. It is so much later now. I didn't get in until about like 10 o'clock and I literally just had like some toast and cheese for my dinner. I might regret having the cheese so close to bedtime, but oh well. But yeah, tonight was such a good time. We had this like event today at work. It was like an innovation day and basically a vendor just came in and did like a whole presentation, like a bunch of presentations today, and then they had a reception after work, and it was like they had like food, and we did like casino games, and you had to try to win like the most money in the games to like win the main prize. And we actually pulled our money together and wound up winning the prize, and my friend got some AirPods, which was really, really cool. And it was just so much fun. It was so nice. I love that kind of thing. We did it last year as well. It's not something that happens very often by any means at my job, but it was a cool time. It was cool to like meet some people that I don't usually interact with on a day-to-day basis in like a really relaxed setting. So very much enjoyed that. Tomorrow I have my last swim before the triathlon. I guess I might do one more, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to just because of timing of everything. So I'm going to try it in the tri-suit, and I'm really nervous about doing it in the tri-suit because I feel like I'm going to look kind of ridiculous, but I want to at least get a feel for how that's going to be. So it's about 11 o'clock. I need to be up at like 5 a.m. to go do the swim. So I'm going to go head to bed, and I'll see you tomorrow. I forgot to update you guys this morning because I was in a rush, and honestly I wasn't feeling great. Like, I slept so terribly last night and I woke up in such a bad mood. I still made myself go swimming, and I thought that I felt better, and as the day went on I've just kind of been feeling worse and worse. I think it's just like my stomach. It's pretty normal for me whenever I get like stressed or nervous about stuff for my stomach to get a little angry at me. And that is just where we are. So I'm doing probably what I should not be doing. And I went to Crumble after work. And I got the tres leches cake one because I really wanted to try it, and I've been looking forward to it for weeks. So I'm only gonna have a couple of bites because Crumble and I love Crumble, but it doesn't help whenever I'm already having tummy issues. So we're gonna try it, and hopefully it's worth the fact that I'm probably gonna feel sick later. I also don't recommend doing this. If you are feeling sick, don't do things to make it worse. However, we all have our vices. That's so good. I love tres leches cake, like probably my absolute favorite cake. This is so good. I kind of wish the Biscoff wasn't on it. It has Biscoff on the top. It almost makes it just slightly too like cinnamony maybe. This is so dangerous. I'm so gonna regret. I am so going to regret this. I'm not gonna regret it. It's too good to regret. Okay, do I have a long list of things that I could have spent my last hour and a half doing? Yes. Did I do them? No. Did I finish my book? Yes. And it was actually so good. I really liked it. This was The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. And I actually just read another Christina Lauren. I just read The Unhoneymooners. And I really wanted to read this one before the summer was over because it just felt like a very summery read, you know. It's just a little fun little romance. Basically, the premise of this book is that these two people are in college. They got married to like have subsidy housing, basically like family housing. And the girl, Anna, she thinks that they got divorced, and her husband, ex-husband, but actually not ex-husband, comes back and is like, I need your help on a mission to convince everybody that we're married. So it's really, really good, and I gave it 4 stars, like I said, so yay. I'm on a mission to meet my Goodreads reading goal. I might be 10 books behind schedule, but I'm still gonna do it. I have 20 more books to read before the end of the year. But I've read like 3 books in the last like 3 weeks, which is like half of what I've read the whole year. So it might be possible. We'll see. Good morning, guys. I am not sure if I actually managed to film anything yesterday, but it is Thursday. I can't believe that the weekend is almost here. It's about to be such a fun weekend. I can't believe we're doing a triathlon this weekend. Anyway, today, yeah, is Thursday. It's my last day in office for the week, and we are actually doing like a recruiting event today. So we have a panel going on that I'm facilitating, and I'm honestly quite nervous because public speaking like used to absolutely terrify me, and I do feel like I've gotten so much better at it over the past like few years, but still like a little bit like, oh my gosh. And like facilitating a panel is like, it should be pretty straightforward. Like I'm just like asking the questions, whatever, but I also feel like you kind of have the responsibility of having to like move the conversation along. Like you want to like make it like transition from one question to the next like relatively smoothly, and like that has to be unplanned because it kind of depends on like what the panelists say. So I'm a little bit like but like all the people on the panel are like my friends. Like they're like people that I work with on a regular basis, so like at least in that sense it should be okay. Anyway, I'm literally like all packed up, like ready to go out the door because I'm running late as per usual. So we're gonna go, and then I also have ballet tonight, so excited about that. Okay, so we may have skipped a little bit of time. I'm honestly not sure when the last time I picked up this camera was, but honestly, the real part of the vlog starts now. It is officially triathlon weekend. It is Friday evening, which means that I'm about to embark on basically my last training session before the triathlon. So the triathlon is on Sunday. Tomorrow I do think I'm gonna go to my ballet class as I normally would. I think that it'll be okay. It'll be fine. I'll make it work. I'll just take it easy tomorrow at ballet. But I need to do a short bike and then a short run as like my last little piece. They're both gonna be really, really easy. Okay, my camera just died. But I've also made myself a very long to-do list for the evening. So there's a lot we wanna do. I also really, really, really wanna get a good night's sleep tonight since it's 2 nights before the triathlon. I've heard that like the 2 nights before is almost more important than the night before, and I suspect that tomorrow night I'm gonna be in a hotel. I don't know how I'm gonna be feeling, if I'm gonna be nervous, how it's gonna affect my ability to fall asleep. So I figured tonight I just need to get a good night's sleep and hopefully wake up ready to go at the weekend. So I'm gonna go get ready for my bike ride and my run, and then we'll head out. I am pretty much all ready to head out. I am not wearing like my tri-suit or even like my bike jersey or anything like that. Like I just didn't feel like getting my tri-suit all dirty, and I don't love running in the like biker shorts and like my whole like bike outfit. So since I'm doing both, I just figured I would just go with a basic like just like biker shorts, even if not like real bike, like they don't have padding in them, and just like a sports bra because it's a short bike and then a pretty short run too. But I don't think I can procrastinate anymore, so let's go. I've just done my run. I'm really not in a great mood. Usually it makes me feel a lot better once I've done the exercise. I'm just not in the mood today, but I'm about to put my bike back in my car and then do a quick run, and hopefully I'll feel better after it's all done. That was a terrible run. I'm in a really bad mood, and hopefully this means that the triathlon will be fine, because I always say bad dress rehearsal, good run. I'm getting myself Chipotle to make myself feel better. I just got back. Honestly, okay, the run itself wasn't the problem. Like, the reason that I was feeling so like annoyed, I think I was already just in a bad headspace to begin with. I really just was not in the mood to do either of those two things. And then I got some information while I was on the bike and like going into the run that I just like, it just kind of threw me off. I'm like in the middle of moving right now, and I'm just like, there's a lot going on, and I just like, the entire time on the run I just felt like I was gonna cry, and it literally like, it wasn't anything to do with the run itself. It like, it's completely external to the run, but it just like, you know, so much of it is mental, and I just wasn't in the right mental state. And I'm just hoping that by the time I do this triathlon, my head will be in the right mental state, because I am feeling a little bit nervous and stressed about everything right now. So I'm gonna have a quick shower, gonna eat my Chipotle, and then I think I'm just gonna scratch the list of things that I was gonna do tonight, and I'm just gonna watch a movie and have a very chilled evening and not worry about things that I can't control. Good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. I can't believe that I literally go to pick up my triathlon stuff like today, if everything goes to plan. Should I be going to ballet this morning? It was a big question that I had, but in case you can't tell, I decided that I would go. I'm gonna take it really, really easy, but ballet is also like very like meditative for me, and it like just helps me to calm down and things, so that's more why I'm going. I'm really gonna try to make myself not push it, because I don't want to like hurt myself or like get too tired before tomorrow, but generally this class isn't like anything crazy, so I think that I'm gonna be just fine going. And then when I get back, I'm literally just gonna have to like pack up, and I might nip to the store. I think there's a Wegmans actually like right next to where I am staying tonight, so I might just like go and then buy food there once I've kind of figured out what's in the area and what I want to do for dinner and stuff. Okay, I just set out everything that I think I'm gonna need for the race and that I need to pack up. So on this side of the table is theoretically everything that needs to like go in the transition area, or that I just need to like remember. So I just like went in steps. So I have my swim stuff here. So obviously I'm gonna be wearing the tri-suit for the whole race. I've got a sports bra that I'm gonna wear underneath it. I have a cap and goggles, even though I'm pretty sure they're gonna give us a cap, but I figured I will bring one just in case. In fact, I'm bringing two because I have a spare over there. So that's that done. And then once I'm done with the swim part, it moves on to the bike. So my bike is already in my car, so that's all set. I have a little microfiber towel in here that I actually use whenever I went traveling, and it dries you so quickly. I don't know if I'm gonna need it, but I figure maybe like I may as well bring it just in case. And then obviously I have my helmet, and then I also have like, I don't even know when you're supposed to put on like your bib, but I have like this strap for it that just makes it like easier. You just put the bib on here, and then you can just like put this around your waist really, really easily and quickly. I just have two like fruit strips that I'm gonna maybe eat. I don't actually know, it's only 2 hours. And I've been seeing some people say that you do need to like fuel, and other people say no, you don't really need to fuel. I think ideally, yes, I will eat at least one of these either during the transition or like during the bike ride, but I'm not very good at like eating on the bike, so I don't know how that'll actually go. And then obviously I just have my good old helmet. This is a Trek helmet. It has MIPS. It's all, should be all good and dandy. And then I also have a pair of socks. These socks, I was going back and forth because I have 2 pairs of socks that I really, really like. I actually just got these when I got my tri-suit, so they're from 2XU. And I tried them out the other day. They're like the blister-proof ones, and they're really, really good. They're very like cushioned, which I really like. So I think I'm just gonna wear those. The other option are these ones. I don't know. I think they're like the dry fit ones. And this is what I've been using for most of the training, so I might use this because they're a lot thinner. I think they're like better moisture wicking. I don't know. I'll decide tomorrow. And then obviously I just have my running shoes. These are Asics Gel Cano 30s. I love these shoes. I am going to be wearing those for the run and the bike. I don't have clipless pedals. That was just too much to do all at once. And then I have like a whole bunch of just like additional supplies. Most of this I probably won't really need, but I want to have it just in case. I mean, I have like my bike lock. I have a thing to roll out later, especially because I did my ballet class tomorrow. I think that if I just roll out my muscles tonight before I go to bed, that'll get them all nice and ready for tomorrow. I have an extra swim cap, like I said. I have the extra socks. I'm bringing a Sharpie just because you never know. And then I have my bike pump. I also have another little like running belt, which again, I don't really think I'm gonna need, but I wanted to have it like just in case. I have like a long sleeve shirt that I can wear in the morning over the tri-suit if I want. And then I just have like little bits and bobs that I like always have whenever I'm doing something like this. Like most of these I would use for ballet, and I probably won't need for this, but just some Vaseline, which honestly I might need Vaseline. We'll see. I can always put that on like between the bike and the run if I really need to. Honestly, I should probably think about that. I should probably keep that over there. I just have some KT tape, Icy Hot, and another little like roller. This is for your feet. All of that I just figure it might be good for post-race. I also have a couple more things over here. These are also going to be post-race. I just have like blister squares, which I use for ballet a lot whenever I do point. And I figure, you know, if I happen to get a blister, I'm gonna have to like get home and stuff, so I figure it might be good to just have those just to wrap anything up that might need to. And then this is going with my toiletries, just some hair bobbles. I'm gonna put everything that I need on the day of in this, just because I'm like, if I lose anything, like this bag isn't like a big deal or anything, so I might write my name on this in the front and then use this just to get my stuff moving around during the day. And then I just have like clothes that I'm gonna wear the next day and like tonight at the hotel as well. So that's everything I'm gonna pack now to actually put it in bags, and then it should be about time to head out. I can't believe it's happening. I'm so nervous. I have put everything in bags. I have one bag here, handbag, and then one more bag here with all my clothes and stuff. And I think I'm just about ready to head out. So I think I'm gonna go. Okay, so I am definitely feeling a lot of emotions right now. Like, I am very excited. And I think that that is the majority emotion right now. It's kind of been going like up and down the last few days as to whether I'm like absolutely petrified for this or if I'm like excited. There are still a lot of things in my brain where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm terrified that this thing is gonna go wrong. Like, I'm really scared about the water temperature. I feel like it's gonna be really, really cold, and I just don't do well with the cold. But I didn't want to buy a wetsuit because I've already spent a fortune on this triathlon. So I didn't buy the wetsuit. And I'm just thinking about the fact that I'm gonna get out of the water and I'm gonna get on the bike. And a few weeks ago, I did a bike ride where it was probably like 60-ish degrees, and I feel like that's about what it's gonna be. And I was so cold, and I'm really scared because I'm gonna be coming out the water where I've probably already been cold, and I'm gonna be all wet, and then I'm gonna have to get on the bike and go. And this is just like, in my head, I was like, oh no, that'll be nice because it'll like, you know, you'll stay cool on the bike. But I don't like sweat that much on the, I mean, I do, I don't know, but I like, the wind is in your face the whole time, so I feel like you don't get like warm on the bike the same way that you do on the run. So I'm just like, there's so many like little logistics, and like, obviously if I'm cold, like what am I gonna do? Like nothing, I'm just gonna suck it up and do it. Like that's like part of doing the triathlon. But I also am like, oh gosh. Anyway, I'm feeling ready. I know that I have put in so much time and energy into doing this training, and even though it's like it's a sprint triathlon, so it's gonna be a 750 meter swim, a 20K bike, and then a 5K run. So it's not like it's gonna be crazy long. I think I should be able to do it in under 2 hours. That's like what I'm aiming for. Well, like, I'm really just aiming to finish, but I think that realistically 2 hours is giving me quite a lot of time. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is such a big thing. Like, I've been talking about this for weeks, and I'm like, what if it's terrible? What if I don't finish? Like, you know, all of those thoughts are still going through my mind, even if it's not like an Ironman. I'm like putting myself down. I'm like, oh, it's just a sprint, it's just a sprint. But like, no, that's still like a big deal. Like, this is still not like something a lot of people can do on just like a daily basis. And like, I've trained for this, I've worked really hard for this, and I should give myself credit where credit is due. The fact that it isn't like the craziest one that I could possibly do doesn't diminish anything from it. But I don't know, I just have a lot of thoughts going through my brain. The triathlon starts tomorrow at 7 a.m. Tonight, there is like the packet pickup and a like athlete meeting at 6, which is why I wanted to go tonight. We don't have to talk about the fact that the timing for this is just the most wacky thing in the world, where Will was moving here, I'm doing this triathlon, and then we move into our new apartment tomorrow. Well, we don't really, but we get the keys to our new apartment tomorrow. So theoretically we could have moved into our new apartment tomorrow, but I was like, no, that's too much. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling, and we're gonna get in the car and go.
so pretty. I don't really know what I was expecting, but this is so gorgeous. I'm so excited. It makes me so excited. I think it's gonna be okay. We're about to go drive the bike course in a minute.
I'm all ready. Hair's all done. Taking all my jewelry out. Got the tri-suit on. And we're about to head out. It's about 5:15. It's very early. Got up at like 4 so I could eat some breakfast. Just waiting on Will, and then we'll head out.
It is about 6 a.m. and we just made it to the parking lot. I was very stressed about parking. And then I felt kind of silly because I was like the first, like there wasn't cars in front of me going in, but there was a long line of cars behind me. But I think I just came in a gap because there's a lot of cars here already. One of the parking lots is already full, so. And Will is sleepy. Mm-hmm. I'm so nervous.